Hello guys, this is Aguilar here talking about sneakers. There are many things that we do not take into consideration when preparing for a sneakers drop. So today I'm going to be breaking down all the secrets on how to manually cop using the Nike SNKRS app. So hey, if you're new to the channel, here I give you tips and info on copying sneakers as well as reselling them. So if you want to stay up to date, please consider subscribing. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be breaking down the process with 7 tips. Let's start. Okay, so first, what is the Nike SNKRS app? It is the app where you can access all the exclusive releases and hype releases, but it's not the same than the Nike app. So on your phone, you're probably going to have the Nike app, which has a black logo, and then you're going to have the Nike SNKRS app, which has the sneakers and the Jordan brand badge. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on the Nike SNKRS app, as you can already tell for the title of the video. Tip number 2. The types of drops that we find. There's actually 3 types of drops. One is the Leo drop, the Dan drop, and the flow drop. Let's just start with the flow drop. Okay, so flow drop is your usual first come first serve drop that just you have to get there before the other people if you don't have chance of getting the pair. Second drop, the Leo drop, you basically have between 1 and 3 minutes to get your entries in, and then the app is gonna notify you if you get the shoe or you didn't get them. If you don't get your entries in before these 2 or 3 minutes, then the app is not gonna put you in for the raffle, and you're probably gonna see the screen where it says that the shoe in your size was sold out or something like that. Okay, and the last one is the Dan drop, that is basically a draw. Normally people in Europe, they have 30 minutes to get the entries in. There's a countdown, so they try to get as many entries as they can. Here in the US, it's normally been 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and this is only for the most hype releases, such as Travis Scott shoes and probably Off-White. Another thing that we have on the SNKRS app is the exclusive access. That's not a type of a drop, but it's basically that they're giving you access prior to the release date of a Jordan 1 release, where you can actually have a chance to cop like if it was a normal Leo drop. And last, with the drops, we have sneaker passes that they normally happen in LA, Chicago, or New York, where they just a couple of days prior to the release date, they have sneaker passes where you have like 1 or 2 minutes to get a size, and then next day you have to go and pick it up on one of the stores that they have available. Tip number 3, accounts and devices. To increase your chances of getting the shoe, it is important that you enter the drop with as many accounts as possible. You're gonna probably have a main account in your phone that is gonna be connected to the Nike app. This account, it's probably gonna be the one that you've been using during all these past years to purchase all the items that you've been getting from the Nike store, Nike.com. Use any other device that you have available, such as your iPad or your work phone. It can be either iOS or Android, but basically we're trying to get as many accounts as possible, obviously that they look real, so you can maximize your chances of getting the shoe. Also, if you live with your family, make sure that you tell them to download the Nike SNKRS app and connect it to their main Nike account. For sure they have one. If not, they can create one. And also, like, I don't know, any friends that you think that they can help you. So, more accounts, more chances to cop. Okay guys, but hey, question of the day for you. Let me know down below in the comment section which shoe has been the most difficult one for you to get in this 2020. Okay, tip number 4, accounts setup. Let's start with the phone number. You need to really understand this point, because whenever you create an account on the Nike SNKRS app, they ask you to verify your phone. So once you have your main account with your phone, you cannot put that phone in another account because they are not going to send you the code. Therefore, your account will not be verified. So make sure that you use different phones. Obviously, if you have your work phone, your main phone, that's going to be easy. But if you're using a device such as your iPad, you're probably going to need to use a phone from someone that is not using it with another Nike SNKRS account. With the names, the same. If you hit 2 accounts that have the same name, you're probably going to get the 2 orders canceled. So what you want to do is you want to make slightly changes in your different accounts. So you can use your first name and your last name, and then in another account you can use your first name and 3 letters from your last name, or combine it with a middle name. Just slightly changes so you don't get caught in the system. For the shipping info, it's more of the same. You cannot use the same address on multiple accounts, but you can jig your address. If you live in an apartment, it may be easy because you can use your address plus room 1, room 2, room 3, and that's going to be perfectly fine. If you live in a house, you might do changes like a street and then using ST, or adding some letters at the beginning of your address. As long as the address is different on each account, the system won't detect it and you're going to be perfectly fine. For the payment info, it's very easy to get in trouble, but if you use either PayPal or Apple Pay, you're going to get through quickly, your entry is going to be in. Instead, if you use the CVV from a credit card or a debit card, it can give you an error that's going to make you lose time. so you might not get in time. Okay, for the size, if you're preparing for a drop that's gonna happen tomorrow, make sure that you input your size prior to the drop on your account settings. That's gonna be easy. Then during the drop, you just have to focus on purchasing, clicking the button, and you're set. Okay, make sure that you use Touch ID or Face ID if they are available on your device, because if not, the system is gonna probably ask you for your password, and that's gonna make you lose a lot of time. Okay, regarding the Wi-Fi or LTE, the recommendation is to not use more than 3 accounts with the same Wi-Fi, because you're gonna get the IP ban, and if you hit with some accounts, they're gonna cancel your orders. My personal recommendation is use only one. So what I do normally is I have my phone with LTE, and then have my iPad that has LTE. If not, you use it with the Wi-Fi. And then if you have other accounts with your family or your friends that they're using on your phone, you're gonna be perfectly fine. If they are with you, tell them to disconnect the Wi-Fi. If not, they can use the Wi-Fi at their homes. Tip number 5, increasing your chances or maximizing them. This is important and many people don't do it, but you have to stay active both on your Nike app and your SNKRS app. There's many questions that they ask you on the feed, and you can push the notifications so you're ready for the drops. They have to see you interacting, not only going to the app for the drop of that day. If you're interacting, they're gonna see you like a real user and not a bot, and that is very important. Tip number 6, common issues that you can encounter during a drop or after the drop. Sometimes you're just probably not gonna hit it, you're not gonna get the win, and you're gonna be wondering, wow, I haven't been taking losses during the last couple of months, what is going on? Well, first thing, it's a pure thing of luck. Sometimes you win, it's very streaky, you get wins every week, almost every release, and sometimes you don't win. What is important here is that you have to realize that if you have been spending so many months with the app and you haven't been winning, it might be because your app might be clipped. Not your app, but your account. And that may be because you've been trying to use your same phone in that account to verify another account because they have seen you as a bot or something that is not real. Another thing that happened during a drop is that you get a payment error and you're not able to get your entry in. That's gonna happen because it's gonna tell you, oh, there's an error and we cannot process your payment, so therefore you're not gonna get into the queue of a draw or of a Leo drop, and there's basically no chance that you can get the shoe if you're not getting in. That, if you have a regular connection, either Wi-Fi or LTE, it's probably gonna happen not because of you, but because maybe it's a very high release, the system or the app is crashing, many people is getting in at the same time, so just the system has some bugs and it's not gonna allow you to get in. And the last tip is to understand the results that you're getting. Sometimes when you get in, they're gonna tell you that you're in a line, they're processing purchases, and they're gonna let you know something. Sometimes the app can tell you pending, and then in a few minutes they will notify you something. Obviously, if you win, you might probably see the screen that you got them, which is very popular and people get pictures and they're very proud of. If you don't win, you might see the screen where it tells you you didn't get them, or you just basically not gonna see anything, but you have to check your credit card, your bank account. If you don't get charged, obviously you didn't cop, and sometimes the system is very busy, so that's the best way to see it. And finally, other things that you can see is that you can see sold out very quickly, or they're just basically sold out in your size because maybe you went for a size that it was very high, like an 8, 8.5, 9, or 9.5 in Jordan releases. But before we finish, let's talk about the bots, because probably you might heard that there's bots, that they're having success. Well, on very high releases, Nike is setting up the system in a way that bots don't get in and they are not successful. Obviously, with more common releases such as Air Forces, maybe Kyrie's, bots are getting in, are being successful, so that's kind of Nike playing with that. But obviously here, all the steps that we saw are for you to increase your chances of copying manually. But with all that being said, guys, if there's someone that can guarantee you that there's a secret technique that is going to allow you to cop every single time in the SNKRS app, that's literally not going to happen unless you are very, very lucky. But if you follow all these steps that we've been breaking down, that's obviously going to help you to increase your chances, which is what we want here. But that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this content valuable, please click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.